There really is no secret to what keeps people watching longer on YouTube. And if you're trying to increase your retention, the problem isn't knowing that this is the important thing, it's knowing how to use it properly. Because back when I ran my agency, even my very best writers were falling into a writing trap that completely confuses viewers, reduces their attention span, and ultimately wrecks their retention. So let's talk about how to absolutely nail curiosity in your next YouTube video by making a tiny tweak to your script's structure. Now, to show you how easily this can go wrong, I want you to listen to this extract from a script and see if you can spot the problem. To understand which type of soil you need to grow tasty parsnips, we need to talk about soil density. But I would never have understood soil density if I hadn't heard of a principle that's so important, gardeners who don't understand it never manage a successful harvest. And to show you that principle, I'm going to reveal what my gardening mentor told me in 1989. You might have noticed that we threw in multiple curiosity gaps, which is a good thing, right? I mean, I hear YouTube gurus talking about this all the time. You've got to get them curious. You've got to hit them with multiple curiosity gaps, okay, guys? Because after all, more curiouser equals more betterer. Well, look, the problem is not that we've opened multiple curiosity gaps, which is a good thing, by the way, but it's the way that I did it which was bad. So let's break down exactly why this way of opening curiosity is a disaster for your retention. Now, let's imagine that this white line is the viewer's level of understanding of the video topic when they first click on the video. Now, in this case, we tell the viewer that we're going to reveal the perfect type of soil to grow tasty parsnips. That's the thing the viewer wants to know. Let's call it A. And we could fairly say that once the viewer learns A, their level of understanding of this overall topic will have increased. So we're going to put A slightly above the original level of understanding. So far, so good. And in fact, the next line was okay too. We told them that to understand A, the perfect type of soil, they'd first need to understand something about soil density, and we'll call that B. Think of it like taking half a step back and then taking a step forwards. But this is where things really went off the rails. Because before we've even slightly dug into the topic of soil density, we then introduced another curiosity gap. Something about a gardening principle, we'll call that C. And then to understand that, we said they'd have to first understand a lesson from an old gardening mentor, which we'll call D, I guess. Soil density, gardening principles, a wise old gardening sage? I mean, what the hell am I actually supposed to focus on here? What we're seeing here is the difference between a curiosity gap and a curiosity cavern. Because when we try to make the viewer curious about too many things at once, it makes it unclear what they're actually supposed to focus on. And this is particularly difficult to diagnose in your retention graphs because the viewer might not realize that they're confused until halfway through the segment when they suddenly start to wonder, wait, what was this segment actually about again? So let's break down exactly how to deploy curiosity in the right way so that your viewers stay watching for longer. Now, if you're familiar with my approach to script writing, you'll know that I teach the structure of setup, tension, and payoff for each subtopic within your video. And the problem with our soil example is that we basically had several setups all stuffed together. So the first step is simple. We'd simply split up B, C, and D and treat these as their own topics. And our first segment would still start off pretty much the same way. To understand which type of soil you need to grow tasty parsnips, we need to talk about soil density. But now, rather than jumping into the next curiosity gap, remember we moved it later in the script, we'd actually explore the topic we just created curiosity for instead. And then our payoff for that segment might look like this. So now you know about soil density, it's way easier to choose the right type of soil. And can you guess what comes next? Well, it's the setup that we pushed later in the script, which we can neatly transition into something like this. But that raises an important question. How much soil do you actually need? Well, to explain this, I'm going to reveal what my gardening mentor first told me in 1989. Now, if we recreate our diagram from earlier where we were effectively taking 3 half steps back just to take 1 step forwards, this new approach means we're only ever taking 1 half step back before moving a whole step forwards because we're no longer stuffing curiosity gaps within curiosity gaps. So while creating multiple types of curiosity is good, you've got to make sure that each point of curiosity is properly resolved before opening the next one. So now you know how to add curiosity to your videos without confusing your viewers. But what if I told you that actually writing the script is the 4th step in my 5-step writing system, and that you'll never stop overthinking script writing until you nail the first 3. So watch this video next to learn what those steps are and why you shouldn't start work on your next script without them.